Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and the New Year is fast approaching. And in this video, I wanted to talk about some things that I got planned in 2026. I wanted to thank everybody for their support, and I also wanted to thank my moderators, and I wanted to thank my channel members, my Patreon supporters, everyone who super chatted and gave me a super thanks since the last channel update video. These are videos in which I talk about future plans of my channel or maybe some other topic, but on this video we're going to be talking about the future plans of my channel coming up here. So this month has just been really good to me, and I want to thank everybody for the support. In November and December, I've had record amounts of views, a lot of views, some of the highest that I've had in the entire year, and especially what made me happy, what made me really happy was two things. The first thing that made me really happy was the money guide that I put out like 2 weeks ago, and that was where I talked about the business boost on GTA Online with the mansions, you know, how basically it would produce your business product in a third of the time, depending on the business that you boosted. That video got over 100,000 views in like around, I think it was like 2 days, and that made me really happy because it still showed that a lot of people still appreciate my money guides and look up to me for a lot of guides that I have on GTA Online, so that did make me really happy. Another thing that also put me in a really good mood was the Mr. Faber lore video that I put out. The Mr. Faber lore video that I put out, I spent like a week and a half working on it, and when I put it out, I was actually I knew it would get popular, but I didn't expect it to get as popular as it did. It has like, I think, close to 110,000 views right now, where I talked about, you know, Mr. Faber in GTA Online and why he is the most dangerous, you know, villain in GTA Online, more dangerous than Rubio, you know, Avon Hertz, or the Duggins. And that video just blew up, and a lot of people liked it. It has like a 99% like to dislike ratio, so a lot of people liked it. Thank you guys for the support. I got, I think, over 2,000 new subscribers just from that video alone. So thank you guys for the support on that. It means a lot to me, and you guys are always putting me in a good mood, always cheering me up. So that's one of the things I just love about running my YouTube channel. I love that, you know, I can make content for you guys and people can watch it. And then years later, even when I come back to some of my videos, like years later, especially my lore videos, and I might take a look at a lore video that I made like 3 years ago. Like, for example, like the Dimitri lore video, why does Dimitri betray Nico in GTA 4? And I look at that video, and I look at comments, and there's still more comments popping up, like still recent comments, and the fact that like 3 years later, you know, people are still finding that video and still appreciating it, and so I can go back to these videos and I can find people that appreciate them, and you know, and watch them over time. That does make me really happy that people do enjoy my content, like me as a person, and do like it. But I wanted to talk about some other things that I also got planned. I wanted to talk about the series on my channel, the history shorts, the video game history. We're going to be continuing this into 2026, and this has been pretty popular so far. The thing about this is I wanted to make like a short series on the channel for some time, like I really did, and I didn't know exactly what to do. I didn't. Like, a lot of you guys were recommending me that I should make some shorts, because a lot of creators do that. And it's not that I didn't want to make shorts, but the reason I hadn't for such a long time is because I had no idea what to do. That was it. I really had no idea. Sometimes I'll upload, like, funny moments, but when I upload those funny moments, there's like rare occasions where something funny happens, and it's not that I was trying to be funny. It was just I was just playing a game and something just happened to be funny, and I might put that into a short. But I'm not really a comedy channel. I'm not good at making people laugh. Sometimes I unintentionally make people laugh just with my personality and the way I talk, and I guess the way I frame things. Sometimes people find that funny, but me personally, I will tell you, is from my perspective, I am not a funny guy. I am not a guy who like cracks jokes and, you know, does stuff like that. And I'm not attacking people that do. I'm just saying that it's just not my personality. I'm just not that type of person. So I'm not that type of person that can just, you know, make jokes endlessly and just, you know, try to make people laugh. It's just not my specialty. It's my personality. I am who I am, and I'm not going to, you know, change that. That's just, you know, staying true to who I am. And what I specialize at, what I'm typically good at, is I'm good at explaining things. That is my specialty. So might not be comedy, but especially explaining things, especially history stuff, and also explaining stuff in games, like how to complete things in games, how to do stuff in games, just giving a detailed description of something. That is just what I've always, you know, thought that I was good at. And what I've noticed is the reason that I had the idea for the video game history shorts. If you haven't seen them already, I would recommend click on my shorts tab. I uploaded so many, from like Black Ops 2 to GTA Liberty City stories, to Mafia 3, a lot of different history shorts. And basically, the reason I started up that series was because whenever I would do live streams, a lot of times, do those live streams, I had people on those live streams that they would come to the live streams a lot of times ask me historical questions, and I noticed that it got really popular. Like, people really liked it on the streams. They really liked it when I described history and I broke things down, and I talked about stuff that people don't generally know about. Like, I elaborated on certain topics in history people don't know that much about, and I noticed people really liked it. People really enjoyed it, and like almost every stream I do now, whether it's Red Dead, Fallout 76, or or GTA, I always have people that ask me a bunch of history questions, and I like history. I like reading history a lot, and I was thinking, how can I make maybe a history short series on the channel? That's what I was thinking about. And the thing is, I didn't want to make this a strictly just, history shorts, because I thought that would be weird. Because if I just made just shorts dedicated to only history, it'd be kind of weird. Because even though my channel is a lot of different types of content, it's still purely gaming related, and it would just be weird if I just posted like random history shorts. So I was thinking, what can I do with regards to gaming and history to make it interesting? And I was thinking, what if when I do playthroughs, because I do a lot of playthroughs on the channel, what if when I do playthroughs, I do a playthrough of a history, when I do a playthrough of a history game, like a game that takes place in a historical time period, like Black Ops during the Cold War, like, for example, that, or like I play like World at War, like, World War II game. If I, during that playthrough, can talk about history, what I can then do is I can edit that into a short. And so we're still playing the game, we have the game that people like, but now, like, when you play these games, you might know something extra about the history of where this game, the time period this game takes place in, and you might actually learn something. And for me personally, I found that the best way to do education is through fun. When people have fun, that is the best way to educate people, because it retains attention span, and when people are getting bored, that's the worst time for them to get educated, because they're not going to pay attention because they're getting bored. But if you keep people interested, if you talk about something that people like, especially like a historical game, like you play a World War II game like World at War, and I did a recent one on World at War, my recent one, where the short, I think it's like 25,000 views right now. It actually got pretty popular, and most of my shorts get around 10,000 views, but that one got like 25,000 views. And that short specifically, what I was talking about is I was talking about the Königgrätz March, which the Königgrätz March is an old, Prussian German marching song that was about the victory at the Battle of Königgrätz, which was in 1866. It was a large victory between that Prussia had over Austria. And that song is very important in World at War, because in World at War, it is the German, the Wehrmacht team's victory song when they win in a multiplayer match. And also, you hear it in the very final mission. So the final mission of the Soviets are about to take Berlin. You hear that song playing, and a lot of people don't understand why that song's playing, but the song was playing for the irony, because it was a German victory song, but it was playing when Germany was about to suffer its worst military defeat at that point. So I was explaining the history of that song and why it was ironic that that song was playing in that mission, and people really liked that. They really did appreciate it. And I also put these little poll questionnaires in the top of the shorts, and I asked people, like, did you know about this history? I think my favorite history short that I did out of all of them, I think, is the one where I talked about Black Ops 2, and I talked about Chevron, which Chevron is an American gasoline company, and I talked about how they actually Chevron had a partnership with the MPLA, which were communists in Angola. They were fighting against UNITA, the faction that wanted to establish a republic in Angola. And so what happened was the communists controlled the coast, and Chevron, the American gasoline company, they had worked with the MPLA and also the Cuban army that were in Angola, because nobody wanted to buy Angolan oil. And so what Chevron did was Chevron drilled the oil and then sold it to the West, and then they would give a cut of it to the communists. And so you had an American gasoline company that was basically funding communist rebels in Angola, and Cuban communist soldiers and Angolan communist soldiers were defending, Chevron gasoline fields from UNITA. But that was one that a lot of people don't know about. It was like an really ironic thing in history. And you think about it, communist soldiers defending an American gasoline company's oil fields. You can't make this up. But that's something that actually happened. But anyways, moving on to this, is I have much more plans to do this history series where I will be talking about video games. When I play historical games specifically, I'll be talking about stuff that those games are based on, the actual history and stuff. And I did see that the shorts are popular. And shorts, they don't make a lot of money, guys. I'm being honest with you guys, as a YouTuber, they don't. And even if you get hundreds of thousands of views on shorts, they don't make a lot of money. But it's not even about that. It's about the fact that the shorts, they bring a lot of views to the channel, a lot of newer viewers. And on top of that, they also entertain you guys. So shorts are short videos. Not a lot of people have time to watch, an entire video. And if you can make a video that's like under 3 minutes long, chances of people watching it signify much greater. So that's basically it. As I plan on doing way more of those history shorts. And now moving on to the playthroughs that I got planned in 2026. I'm playing Yakuza Kiwami right now, and the moment I finish Yakuza Kiwami, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Fallout 3 Broken Steel DLC, because Season 2 of the Fallout TV show has come out, and I was waiting to do the other DLCs, but I was waiting, why don't I do it around the TV show, because that'll probably gauge more interest in it, and more people are going to be interested in Fallout around that time. So we'll continue from where I left off, that playthrough that I did over a year ago. We'll continue right after Broken Steel takes place, right after the ending. It's a DLC that takes place right after that, and I might do the other DLCs like Operation Anchorage and stuff like that. I might go back to those and do those as well, but I want to focus on Broken Steel. And Broken Steel isn't going to be long, by the way, guys. It's probably going to be like 3 parts max. It's a very short DLC. But right after that is done, we're going to play Yakuza Kiwami 2. And then we're gonna do Yakuza Kiwami 3, which that comes out in February, I think. And then also in February, I got plans to play that game. Forgive me, anybody, if I pronounce the game wrong. Deus Ex. I always pronounce the game's name wrong. But that game is like a futuristic game where like the government becomes tyrannical and stuff like that. And a lot of people told me that I would really like that game. And like the remake is coming out on PlayStation at the first week of February. And so that I'm interested in playing that game. A lot of people have requested that one, so I will play that. And then in like springtime, we're probably gonna do a bunch of Special Forces playthroughs. We're gonna be doing like SOCOM 3, which I know SOCOM 3 has been a heavily requested game. I know one of my viewers, Josh, he's been if you see this video, Josh, I know you've been asking for SOCOM 3 for a long time. We will do that in springtime. I promise you on that. And also Ghost Recon Wildlands. Wildlands, I know, is a game a lot of people have requested. It's a game where you take down the cartel. It's an open world game. If you like the GTA games, you like open world crime games, you actually will like Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's a pretty good game. Especially, it's an interesting game, because if you like war games and you like GTA, both players will generally enjoy Ghost Recon Wildlands. Also, I wanted to play through what was it? Medal of Honor European Assault, that one, and then also in later in the springtime do the Ace Combat games. Ace Combat, the Balkan War, the anniversary is coming up in, I think it was March 2006 when it came out, so 20-year anniversary. We'll do it around there, and getting ready for the new Ace Combat game, which I'm really excited. I like the lore in those games, and I know people have been asking for like the Warriors and True Crime. I'm gonna play all these games before GTA 6 comes out. We got a whole year until November, so you gotta play Warriors, the True Crime games, and I also gotta play the old games like GTA Advance, those games. We got to get through those games before GTA 6 comes out. So those games we're going to be doing. The other thing is the lore videos. I know people are going to be asking about the lore videos. My goal is to make one lore video every month. That is my goal. That was the New Year resolution that I had last year, and that is the New Year resolution that I will still have. And for the most part, I've kept it for the most part. I've tried. Sometimes it's every 2 months, but it's either 1 month or every 2 months is a lore video. The reason that I only post like one lore video a month is because I'm doing other things like live streams and I'm doing playthroughs. And those lore videos, guys, those lore videos are not easy to make. I'm telling you, those like the Mr. Faber lore video, I put that together in like a week and a half, but I spent like almost every day just editing that video, putting it together. I was watching the Mr. Faber, videos, like the cutscenes of him, and I had all those missions, like the Faber storyline that was last year, I basically went through all of those missions, just looking at all the dialogue, like it was like over an hour of dialogue, just through those missions, just to analyze every single thing, to see if anything I could find out about Faber's personality, any extra information. But it was worth the work that I put in, because a lot of people liked the video. But that's basically it. That's why lore videos take me a bit of time to put out, because they're just hard to put together. Some are a bit easier, but like the Mr. Faber lore video, that one was, for example, pretty difficult to put together, but it was worth it. If you're wondering about what lore video that I have next, the lore video that I think I will do next, unless something else comes up, is I probably will do it on Zero in GTA San Andreas. And the reason specifically on Zero is because Zero is a character that I wanted to do a lore video on for a long time, analyzing him, and I don't want to spoil it in this video, but there's some things about Zero that don't really make sense. Some of the things that he tells tells Carl and some of the things that you can notice. I think that he's actually lying about some of the things that he tells CJ about himself. But I will actually talk about that in the lore video when I get to it. I don't want to, spoil the whole thing. And I think he's also lying about Berkeley. I think he hasn't told the entire truth about that. But I know the lore pretty well in San Andreas, and I think I'll do a video on that specifically. As for the live streams, Fridays, Red Dead Online, Sundays, GTA Online, and then middle of the week, I want to start putting in an extra stream, maybe like Tuesdays or Wednesdays, either Tuesdays or Wednesdays. And on that stream, I still gotta go back, do Mafia, the old country, and do the rest of the free ride stuff. But I wanted to really put Fallout 76 in there because Fallout 76 is another open world game, and technically, I know some people might disagree with me on this, but Fallout 76 technically is an open world crime game. Technically is. It's a game that takes place in a nuclear apocalypse, but like you can be like a raider, like a criminal, and like work with them, and so like you commit crimes in that game. So I do kind of count it as an open world game. I know it's an RPG, but kind of is an open world crime game as well. And I do generally enjoy Fallout 76 and this Ohio map expansion that they put out. I do really like it, and I was thinking about maybe making some lore videos on that game specifically because I do know the lore in Fallout pretty well too. So that's one, game that I probably would want to rotate and put in some more streams on it. And then, do the, I'm going to be doing the San Andreas 100% completion. When we did the charity stream the charity stream was a massive success that we did the other day. With our charity stream, we raised over $1,000 for St. Jude's. And I also will have the charity linked here, so if you want to donate to it, it's going to be right on the side of the video, St. Jude's. It's like, it's over $5,000, I think, at this point, and that is, over all the different charities that we've done. So we've done different St. Jude charity streams over the years, and that basically has added up. On the last stream, we got over $1,000 on that one. And so, again, charities on YouTube are safe because when you link it through YouTube giving feature, it goes directly to the charity, does not go to me. So just know that whenever you see that YouTube giving feature, it's safe to donate to a specific charity, and St. Jude's is a reliable charity. But I do want to thank everybody who donated during that that charity stream. We raised a lot of money, helped people out a lot. And I'm going to come back to San Andreas. The next stream of San Andreas, it's not going to be a charity stream, but the next stream of San Andreas, I'm probably going to do it sometime next week, and we're going to hit that 100% because we're really close to the 100%. We got to get the oysters, do the graffiti tags, and then finish like the car lists. But we're like 93% completion, I think. We're really close there. But that is that. And I know some people are wondering about GTA Online streams. When GTA 6 comes out, we're going to replace the GTA Online streams with GTA 6, but that's going to be, 11 months from now when that comes out. But Red Dead Online will always stay on Fridays. And that is pretty much it for this video, for plans that I have, going up into 2026. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about in this video, and I decided to talk about my channel and decided to talk about plans. So I do want to thank everybody for the support. On the next video, I can talk about another real-life topic again. In these videos, I used to talk about, like, retail and like college and stuff like that, and whether it was worth it. If there is a specific like real life topic that you guys want me to talk about in these like future channel update videos, like a topic like social stuff and stuff like that, like giving my opinion, let me know. Just don't ask me to talk about politics. That's the only thing I'm not going to cover. So I can pretty much make any kind of video talking about any kind of topic you want me to talk about. Because the only thing I'm just not going to discuss is politics. But other than that, I can pretty much talk about anything. So if there's anything, a specific video that you want me to talk about, like some kind of issue, like something, like I talk, like I'll give you an example. Like one video I talked about whether college was worth it. Another video I talked about, retail, like why working in retail isn't worth it. So like if any videos like that theme, like something like a specific topic that you want me to talk about in the next channel update video, let me know in the comments down below, and I could possibly make a video on that in the future. But again, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys. You guys have helped me out a lot in this channel. You guys have greatly improved my mental health. You guys always keep me in a good mood, and I really enjoy what I do for you guys, and I really enjoy doing this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel has been the best thing that has ever happened to me in my life. It truly is. It's helped me out so much and also got me out of that terrible job that I used to work in a long time ago. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you drop a like, let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you guys. And again, Merry Christmas to everyone and Happy Holidays.